And did you see what Jake Paul said about the next Olympics?
What?
He wants to get a gold medal in boxing at the next Olympics.
It's going to be impossible. Does he realize he lost to a boxer, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is it. It's Jake Paul, 4 more years. He had to change up something if he wants to be legit.
Well, Olympic boxing is the highest level of boxing against
and you have to actually, like, there's so many trials, you know what I mean? It's not just you're fighting for a gold medal. It's you're going to fight multiple, like, steps on a path to get to the gold medal fight. And then you got to win the gold medal fight.
The Olympics are shot, yo. You have to fight multiple times in a short span.
I know, it's crazy. It's like, what if you get, like, in a war?
I don't even think necessarily the gold medal.
You get a war in, like, the bronze final.
Like, if you get bronze to gold in the in boxing specifically, I think that's impressive more than anything. I think a bronze in Olympic boxing.
Because that's 2 of the best.
A bronze in Olympic boxing is more impressive than a gold in anywhere else, and I'm saying that because their time span of fighting is fucking insane.
I think for fighting specifically because to be a gold medal, you have to beat the bronze and silver medalist on the way.
Exactly.
In a row.
So imagine that.
You know what I mean?
So imagine that. Imagine like you have 3
like, yeah,
really,
you
really,
have to
really
do that in basketball and other like bracket style.
But you're not getting
play,
punched in the face.
Yeah, it's not the same.
So. I'm gonna die on that hill. Bronze is in boxing, Olympic boxing is more impressive than any other gold medal there is. I don't even care about nothing.
What is up,
guys?
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 78 of the Fight Geeks podcast.
You know
We're
what
here
it is?
2 days later after we just filmed our last podcast. We are making vids.
We're back.
And just so you know,
we're back. You know, your boys off Saturday now. It's early, guys. Like usually,
we're back to our normal routine.
I'm telling this dude to slide to the studio at like fucking 8
on a Tuesday.
To 9. No, it's early. We even have plans after. You know, guys. It's Saturday night.
We
don't work weekends anymore. He does, but it's what time?
8:30.
Oh shit! All right, guys.
It's not that bad.
So guys, it's a fighting weekend next weekend. Fight's actually on tonight. Didn't even make predictions on those last week. Sorry if you guys.
Tybura versus
Spivak. Yeah, so
we'll see. We'll see what happens with that later.
Basically, what we wanted to do this pod was some predictions from the next week's card, guys. Izzy going to become the one and only third-time middleweight champion. Okay. That'd be the only time someone became a third-time middleweight champion. Or
that'd be actually awesome to see.
Because it's awesome, but it's also like, what the fuck? Like, how do you reclaim it 3 times?
Yeah.
He got it, he lost it, got it. If he gets it again, it's honestly pretty impressive. I think John Jones did it, but not in the same fashion. He got it, got popped for drugs, got it, vacated it, and then got it.
It's not the same as losing.
So he would basically never lost his champ, never really had to face the adversity of losing.
Do you want to be even crazier if this was Strickland in this position?
Yeah. Because
he would have been lost his belt to Pereira, knocked out Pereira, lost his belt to Strickland. He has a chance to knock out the Strickland, and I think he could if he like.
Oh!
I don't know if that was the same.
Yeah, wait. Let's just wait till we get to the main event. What's the main event opener?
The first fight on the main card is actually an awesome announcement.
Let's go.
The Leech is back. He had a terrible like spinal disc injury. Yeah. Li Jingliang versus Carlos Prats. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the Leech here, man. It's his comeback fight. Remember the dude who bought the suit at UFC 279, and then there was a brawl, so Nate Diaz didn't fight Hamza anymore, and he was like, I couldn't wear my suit, man.
Yeah, he's
back. He had a terrible injury, but he's finally back. I think he's also the dude that Hamza carried around. He's like, Dana, with that dude like in his arms.
He's like, Dana.
I'm gonna go with the Leech though. I think comeback fight. He's got.
I'm gonna go with the Leech comeback fight. I mean,
okay, we actually have an awesome next fight.
Let's go.
What do you have to say about the Leech?
The Leech is a savage, man, and that's just he's going to be able to show his shoot.
He's coming back with the
He's going to be able to wear his suit this time with the press. We're going to see it, and once the fans see that suit, we're going to give them the motivation to knock out Carlos. What's his last name?
Prats. It's either Prats or Prates.
Prates, hey, yeah, American cheese.
Ooh, next up, we have actually an awesome fight. Tai Tuivasa. We've been waiting for this moment. We have his shirt hung up back here. Guys, he is fighting Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
Shout out, Chuck Cook. Guys, what the fuck is back there? We're waiting on
Joe to pick up his shirt.
Wait, this is sick, yo. We have a Izzy.
Oh my! This is the perfect setup for this fight. We have an Izzy shirt.
Should we proper 12 because Connor's always in the news. He's always in the mix.
Izzy poster, Izzy shirt, and a Shui Tuivasa t-shirt.
Let's go, chat.
It just ended up that this is the perfect card for our setup.
I agree.
So I think I'm going to have to rock with Tai Tuivasa here. He's got the aura behind us. I mean, Jairzinho Rozenstruik has been in this game for a minute. And I think Tai Tuivasa hit a little slump. But it's not like going to be crazy if I see him get knocked out. The problem is he
just got unfairly walked up in the rankings because he was good. He's not a bad fighter, guys. I mean, I think he does actually have some of the best leg kicks in the heavyweight division. Not a lot of people in heavyweight throw leg kicks because, they're not that technical. They just throw bombs. And Tai Tuivasa, I feel like he had potential, man. But I feel like he got up in the rankings too quickly, almost, because like he was kind of a star, but the Shui, the Nelk boys hooked him up.
Dude, you want to know what that also counts into that? The fact that, like, besides, like, Francis Ngannou and whoever he was fighting, the heavyweight division wasn't getting knockouts all the time.
Right.
And here's this new guy knocking people out and drinking beer out of a shoe.
So
it's like, hell yeah, let's push him up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
so they pushed him with the rankings, and I kind of think almost unfairly, but also if you're a fighter, you never decline getting up in the rankings.
Yeah, you can't.
He's a fighter at heart, but I feel like just in
lifetime.
Tai Tuivasa's situation where he's not so much a skilled fighter, he is a knockout artist at the end of the day. So they rushed him, they put him against some fucking tough guys, and you know he got his ass whipped the last couple of fights. So
I think he's
like, dude, they really put him against
well.
Cyril Gane, and people thought, like, come on, dude, so we're gonna high level, one of the highest level strikers the heavyweight division has ever seen. They put him against Tai Tuivasa,
and he almost beat him.
Yeah, he did.
He dropped Cyril Gane.
He did drop him.
Dude, that was the craziest live moment. That was my fight.
Other than
of the
that,
year.
it was a complete fucking utter.
That was a great fight.
He's finally fighting a low level fighter who we finally don't know the name of, which is very good.
And we know Jerry's no bros.
We do, but he's.
Dude, do you want to be a crazy alternate world? Tai Tuivasa beats Cyril Gane, and then Cyril Gane eventually ends up fighting Tai Tuivasa ends up fighting John Jones
or Tom Aspinall.
No, imagine like if Tai Tuivasa beat Cyril Gane,
and
then Tuivasa ended up fighting Jones somehow.
That would be insane.
That would be kind of awesome, actually.
So what else?
Imagine John Jones.
So guys, we're gonna obviously we're rocking with. I'm gonna speak format here. We're rocking with Tai Tuivasa.
I'll speak for myself. Tai Tuivasa all the way. We got the shirt, the Izzy shirt. We're going with the Aussies this weekend. Okay, another actually great fight. Matsui's. I don't know how to pronounce his first name.
What is it?
Is it Matsui's?
Zoom in.
Matuz
Gamrot.
Matuz Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. Finally, Gamrot is fighting, but still, it's not against anyone above him. Dan Hooker, he's back. He got some ugly tattoos on his. That's all I can say.
He got some fucking great tattoos. They're fucking wild, yo. They're wild.
They're kind of out of pocket for
I think his issue was like, usually people when they get tattoos, they call it like fill-ins, right? Like they get one here and then they eventually build up the sleeve. Or whatever it is they're going for.
Like,
this dude just went all out and fucking got like he went from butt ass naked, fucking clean canvas, no tattoos, to all of a sudden the dude had the biggest tattoo. Like sometimes you see people get their tattoos, so it's not that weird. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if your friend gets fat, you never really notice. They just kind of
you see him
every day.
More than none.
Same thing with these tattoos. Now all of a sudden Dan Hooker just fought one day without tattoos. Now all of a sudden his legs are filled, and so they might look stupid. Maybe they'll grow on me, but I agree they're fucking dumb. But we'll see.
So I think I'm gonna go with.
I'm going with Dan the Hangman. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm going with Dan the Hangman.
Dude, the Savage. He always brings it. He's fighting with his boy Izzy on the card.
Another situation is Ty. Like Dan Hooker was like putting in wars with these dudes. Like we have
no choice. What about the Poirier fight, guys? If there's 5 more seconds, Dan Hooker's champion of the world. Or he has a chance. No, but for real, if there's 5 more seconds in that Poirier fight, he does finish him.
Don't we have a? Oh no, we have the Gaethje.
But that's just what makes Poirier so much more of a warrior. Even though I have my things with Poirier, but warrior because he's been almost put out so many times, but somehow makes it to the next round. He comes out fresh.
His last fight's
he's one of those fighters who doesn't come into the next round hurt. If he's hurt in the previous round, that minute he locks in.
Yeah.
Probably steroids.
And you have nothing. You have no other choice than to respect Dustin Poirier for what
Dan Hooker.
What he does. I'm gonna go with Dan Hooker though. I'm not a big.
This is a good fight, yo, because Gamrot. He's not a lot of the fans fuck with him, but guys, I will tell you, he's sneaking his way in the rankings, guys. The way he's beating these people, the way he started off with.
Like I gotta easily. See
was his last fight Fazia's?
I think it was Dos Anjos, yeah.
And he beat him?
Yeah, it was. He beat Dos Anjos by decision.
Yeah.
Faziev, he knocked him out. Gamrot turned.
No. He did not knock out Fazia's, bro.
Knockout / TKO.
Oh, my God. He broke his leg, remember? Or his ACL?
No.
ACL tear. That's why he hasn't fought since then.
The next fight, Kai Kara France versus Steve Erceg, the guy who just lost to...
Yo, wait. This is a huge fight for the Aussies, though. They have Kai Kara, Izzy.
Yeah, it's in Perth.
They have Tai Tuivasa, and then...
Or the fight is in...
Dan
Hooker,
fight is in Dan
Perth,
Hooker,
Australia.
and that's Izzy's squad. So if you're a fan of Izzy, you're a fan of Dan Hooker.
There's Aussie on the last 4 fights of the whole...
Yeah, that's a good fight for
But Izzy's from Nigeria, it says.
Yeah, we know that. But he's born in Aussie. He represents both, and I don't blame him for that. People sleep on him for that. We'll get to that. But what's wrong with repping both countries? Not only the one you're native to, but the
I'm honestly going to go with Steve Erceg. Like, it's not like he lost terribly to...
People thought he won. He didn't lose terribly at all.
Yeah.
People thought he won the fight, and honestly...
Like, it was a close fight against Pantoja.
Personally, my scorecard, I low-key had Pantoja. But I'm not against the fans who said that he thought he won.
because he had that control time that he...
Well, but what it looked like was like... when you think champion of the world, you think they're always going to be the favorite, the guy that's can't lose, right? But what you saw there was a potential that can lose. Kai Kara France, though, was a dog, and I'm honestly going to go with Kai Kara France.
Oh, okay.
His last fight was against an elite fight in Brandon Moreno. The division's low-key stacked. They just have no star power.
Yeah, true.
Fight-wise, they're pretty good. I got Kai Kara France, so I think he's hungry for a win.
Like
he was on the come-up low-key, but he's gotten knocked out a couple times. He lost to Brandon Moreno before. Did he lose to Brandon Moreno recently?
Probably.
Because I know he lost a long time ago. Yeah. Who did he most recently lose to? Where it was like, oh fuck.
Let me check his fight.
Yeah, check that real quick, just because I was like, what the fuck.
Oh, his last fight was a loss to Albazi.
Oh, it was.
He lost to Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
He's on a 2-fight skid right now.
Yeah, so I think he's hungry. That's why I'm kind of going, because he's a skilled fighter, man. I've seen his fights. He's a badass motherfucker.
And last thing before that, I'm gonna go with Urseg. You're gonna go with Fire France.
Yeah, let's change it up a little bit.
But I think last thing for this fight, just about like star power. Like I don't think we realized how much star power Brandon Moreno had.
Brandon Moreno.
When he was champ.
Well, like Mexican. No, he really.
Yeah, because he was a Mexican. Like we're not Mexicans, so obviously we don't have that like connection to Mexican fighters.
I almost started fucking with him.
But like he was like the cover boy of Mexico. You know what I mean? For UFC.
Because you want to know what's annoying about us? Like, there's so many high level top athlete Americans that when you see an American, you more so want them to be from Buffalo. Like we kind of rock with what's his face. Like we're like, oh, they're American, whatever. Oh, he's from Buffalo, hell yeah. Other countries are like Mexico. They see one Mexican fighter, they ride with him for life. You see that with Canelo, Brandon Moreno. Like it's almost shocking to see how many fans. Same with any other country. Like, what's his name? Ilya Taforia, man. His fan base, like personally,
he has Spain on his
in
back.
America, he's definitely got some fans. I'd say I'm a fan. But man, Spain, he has Spain on his back, man. Like you think like he's not as popular as Volk, but then you look at like their social media numbers.
Dude, then like the Volk Izzy pair, like they have like Australia.
Exactly.
You know
so.
I mean? And like when they see someone like
I wish USA ride a little more. We do. We definitely do ride, but I feel like we're not as hard.
This is the thing though. Like the USA people, like how can you like a Colby Covington who just never has a serious moment?
Well, no, we ride. We just don't ride like
true.
Other countries.
Like we don't feel anything like emotionally of Colby Covington.
I wish we did.
So maybe we just have to keep watching.
Yeah, so we're going
to
separate
get that
on
connection.
that one.
But yeah, that's the co-main event, and then the main event. UFC 305, man. We've been waiting on this since they stepped in the octagon face to face.
He said, "I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours." That was hard.
And you guys know what Izzy said. Yeah, that is. That's like some movie level.
That's an underrated line.
Like, is that
because Izzy's in there? Izzy's in there. Blank. He says, "I'm African, but I ain't no brother." Yeah, that shit was hard.
That's like a script, bro. So I think I'm rocking with Duplessis, man.
You think Duplessis is gonna win? Do you think Duplessis is gonna win? That's your actual prediction. I think Izzy's gonna win. I think he's.
I don't know. I think my Izzy fandom is like saying,
crawling
like,
back,
Izzy,
right? Yeah, right.
Izzy,
it's like crawling
Izzy,
back on
like,
you.
I kind of like Duplessis. You know what I mean?
No, I fuck with Duplessis heavy, man. But I
have an Izzy shirt in between us.
I think Izzy catches him, man. I think. I don't know, man. It's gonna be such a good fight because
I know I'm super excited.
The matter of it is, can you get Izzy down? Right. No one really went in there with a game plan to try and take Izzy down, and Izzy has good takedown defense, but no one's went in there and like shot 20 times at him. You know what I mean? Is this gonna be a fight where Duplessis does that, or does he think he's gonna be able to stand there and bang with Izzy, which I think will be a bad idea, because Strickland was kind of a weird fighter in the sense that like he blocked everything and like kept the pressure, but Duplessis all pressure, no defense, and I think that's going to be better for the counter striker that Izzy is. I don't see him to be able to block and check as many leg kicks as Strickland was doing, and his defense isn't bad. I just don't think he's going to be able to do it as good as Strickland does, which is going to favor Izzy because he's got knockout power. We've seen it with Pereira and all his other fights as a contender, dude. Contender Izzy coming back. I think a knockout early in the rounds, like 1, 2, or 3. Honestly.
Do you want to know what I realized? Like, what we've seen from recent Israel Adesanya, which really tells a lot about like the fight, is like whoever's in the middle of octagon backing you towards the fence the most of the fight, like they're most likely like gonna win. I was like, when I was watching the Bilal Muhammad fight, I was like, okay, Leon's back has been at the fence this whole time.
The one who's pressuring the fight are the ones who are gonna win.
And then like Izzy, like his last couple fights have been backed in the fence.
Yes, that's what you like to see though.
So
when you're Izzy, that's what you like to see.
So I think we're gonna see like Duplessis having him like that for some reason.
Yeah.
And I think instead of like first I'm gonna give my worst case scenario, in terms of entertainment value, Izzy wins by decision.
Yeah.
But for more like entertainment value, how I could really see this going, I think Duplessis knockout.
Duplessis knockout. Okay.
Yeah. That would be the best case, most entertaining.
So honestly,
Nah, I gotta stop just doing all this analytical stuff. I'm an Izzy fan, man. Izzy knockout.
Yeah, so I love Izzy knockout. And
Izzy freaking
So
knockout.
what you said about them backing up against the fence, that is something that happens with Izzy a lot of times in fights. But the thing why I think it worked for Strickland being able to back Izzy against the fence because his defense was on par.
Yeah.
He was checking every. Izzy would throw the most unorthodox leg kicks, like wall backing up 2 feet away from Strickland, and Strickland would still block it somehow. It made no sense. I think it worked for Strickland because, like what I said, his defense is so on par. But when fighters like Pereira tried it in the second fight specifically, it got him slept. Yeah. And I think Duplessis we're going to see a similar scenario. I actually see almost a replay of Adesanya. I see Izzy against the fence. Duplessis throws a stupid jab, and Izzy counters it with something crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I like Duplessis.
Well, no, I do. I liked your original like Duplessis knockout because that's when like it least expects it, right? Because the casual fan in me would tell you, I'd be like, dude, he just went toe to toe with Pereira.
So
Pereira,
that's my analytical.
The first fight with Pereira, arguably the hardest hitting guy in the UFC. He never really touched the canvas. He got out on his feet, which is still a knockout, I will admit it. But he went out on his feet. The second fight, he obviously didn't even get knocked out. He knocked Pereira out. So now, on paper, it's like no way Duplessis knocks him out, right? But this is where the UFC is so weird and shit like that fucking happens, and your Duplessis knockout might.
That's my analytical pick, but my heart's telling me Izzy knockout.
The UFC is weird like that, bro. Like
especially how Bilal Muhammad is. Like, deep down, we know Bilal is gonna freaking win this.
Right, exactly.
That's why we put a little bit of money on it. That's why we put a little money on it.
But as former Izzy fans, we kind of had the weird moment with Strickland. But, dude, I think just at heart...
Especially with FanDuel, it's like...
I think...
FanDuel is like, bet on Izzy, you get a free $100. It's like, wait, what?
I think at heart, we truly are
You know what I mean? Like,
fans.
that is suspect. That's pretty suspect.
Well, dude, when they predicted the loss, that was crazy. They gave it the 3 plus 100, bro. That was crazy. How did they... Dude, they made a bag off that.
I know they got so many new users, so many.
Because the regular bets were like, Izzy was like a minus 400.
Like I think that's when you're in the marketing.
They were
room
offering a free
like,
plus.
We're taking a risk here. You know what I mean? Like we can either make so much money, or pay out and just wait for the next fight.
It's either we make so much money or we lose nothing because they're a multi-fucking-billion-dollar company.
Yeah, true. Like we'll just make another billion tomorrow and just restart with tomorrow's games.
But guys, obviously we're rocking with Izzy, guys. I think we're Izzy fans at heart, deep down.
Yeah, we have to.
And we want Izzy.
I'm gonna have to take that shirt and wear it. No, I'm not.
Ew.
It's too small, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we grew.
But yeah, that's gonna be next weekend. You think you could possibly bring like an Apple TV, and then I'll use my hotspot because there's no Wi-Fi. Yeah. So yeah, guys, there'll
probably be a move.
We're gonna be away next weekend. We're thinking of maybe doing like a vlog there, like by the fire or something, like a fire vlog. That could be cool. Because obviously it's not gonna be too much on fights to talk about. We could talk about like our night before the fight. Maybe we could do some reactions as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like immediate reaction with the vlog camera. Some run and gun vlog type stuff. So,
I agree.
Stay tuned. There's going to be episodes 77 and 78 coming out like pretty simultaneously. So if you're watching this, if you haven't checked out 77, you're watching 78, go check it. Drop a like, subscribe. I mean, we never really say that, but let's see if that does anything.
Drop a like, guys. Subscribe. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because we don't want to pressure you, but like if you enjoy the vids, you enjoy the movement,
huge
drop
fights.
A like and sub.
Yeah. We'll
see y'all probably in the UFC 305 vlog. So that should be sick. Peace.
Animal.